Hey guys, this is episode 70. Welcome back to another episode of Not Enough Thumbs. Today's sponsor is going to be
Once Upon a Co-op.
All right, and today the film is...
It's a
series. Psych.
So it started in 2006 and ran till 2014, and there's 121 episodes in this series.
This is a really enjoyable one for us, and
interesting.
I think
at the same time.
The thing I liked about it is that we were able to include, if the boys wanted to watch this with us, it was completely okay.
It was pretty family friendly. Yeah.
The lead,
I would say there was probably a couple scenes that got a little iffy, but for the most part, it was pretty clean.
So the lead is just a quirky guy who is not really a psych.
But he's really good at figuring things out.
He's a master of deduction.
Yes.
It's kind of like
super smart, like a prodigy.
Like a quirky Sherlock.
Yeah.
And who was his
Quirky's right. Yeah.
His partner? I can't remember his partner's name.
So his partner was like a business guy.
And he would...
Totally nothing to do with investigating or anything.
He was the more practical one and would talk some sense. He was the counterbalance to Psych.
So the main character's name was Sean Spencer.
Sean, that's right.
And his partner was Burton Guster. They called him Gus.
They called him Gus, yeah.
So,
And my other favorite character would be the lead detective for the police force that he helps out. Was it San Francisco?
Carlton Lassiter. Carlton Lassie.
Yeah, I think they called him Lassie. He called him affectionately Lassie.
Yeah.
So it's just a really funny show, and
every episode I felt was completely different.
And there was always something to solve, and there was an ongoing battle between the actual detective and Psych himself. And the thing was, it's called Psych because he played it off like he had some psychic abilities when he's really just a sharp fellow. He was the son of a well-known
investigator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And his dad
taught him everything he knew. So and his dad knew he wasn't psychic. And there were several times throughout the series where the dad gets annoyed with him because he's trying to play himself off as the psychic, and the dad knows better that he's not. He just trained him really well.
Yeah.
But
so I don't know. I thought that part was pretty amazing, the way that he was able to deduce things.
Yeah, for sure. And it kind of reminds me of Dexter in a way, even though Dexter's plan, we reviewed Dexter a while back. His stories were different as far as
they both did
what happened, but they were both really good at figuring things out.
And they both did their own investigation.
Yeah, they didn't rely on anyone else to help them.
Yeah, apart from their organization.
The difference with this one and Dexter is this one knew when to end it. It knew when to end the series. It ended it on a good note. It ended it in a good place. Dexter tried to do a remake or a continued season with a completely different plot where they should have just left it and not done the spinoff. The spinoff was so dumb. We didn't even want to watch it.
We only watched the pilot of it, and
it was enough for us to be like, no.
It didn't keep us watching because the way that the series ended, it would leave you hanging, and you were going to be wondering, well, what's going to happen to his family now?
And honestly, that was much better because you can leave it to your own deduction of what was going to happen. But when you find out what they end up creating to happen to the family, you're like, man, that was really dumb.
Yeah.
So I like how Psych ended. That it ended on a good note.
It ended brilliantly, and
they did make a movie off of it after, which I thought was a good addition to it. And maybe we'll review that in the future.
The movies were great.
The movie was really good.
There were 3 movies.
Was there?
There were 3 movies.
I've seen all 3. I think I saw 2.
I think we've seen the first 2, but not the last one.
But they're good, and so that was a great way to continue the idea of the movie. That was a great way to do a spin-off, not to try to make a whole nother series off of it, but just to make kind of a short side story.
But I think the way he played off his psychic powers, he would close his eyes and put his finger on his temple.
Yeah. He did have kind of a quirky way of doing it.
Yeah.
It was good.
I don't know. It was goofy, and it was just something fun to watch at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think we really enjoyed.
Highly entertaining. There's not a lot of series that I've been completely satisfied with. To name a few, there's this one, there's Monk, there's Breaking Bad, and then maybe the first 6 seasons of Walking Dead.
I like Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
That was good, but that was very vulgar.
Yeah.
So that one is definitely a movie you watch after the rest of the family's in bed.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I enjoyed it.
It's hard to pull off a series really well, but they did a good job on this one.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
All right, so rating.
I give it a 9.
I agree. I was going to say that. I thought it was really well done. It was really funny. It had good kind of storyline with it and good investigating skills. And
I don't think they had any, filler episodes. They were all entertaining.
Yeah, they were all different and all good. Yeah. So, all right. You can tell we liked Psych from 2006 to 2014. So check it out.
See you next time.
Bye.